Alex, who is the host of the most popular podcast in the world, Call Her Daddy, is known to interview some of the most notorious celebrities in the world. Most recently, Alex managed to interview Anna Delvey, who is currently in prison. So, who is Anna Delvey, for those who don't know? Anna Delvey's real name is actually Anna Sorokin. She's a Russian-born German convicted con artist and fraudster. Between 2013 and 2017, Sorokin pretended to be a wealthy German heiress under the name Anna Delvey. In 2017, she was arrested after defrauding and intentionally deceiving major financial institutions, banks, hotels, and acquaintances in the United States for a total of $275,000. In 2019, Sorokin was convicted in New York State Court of attempted grand larceny, larceny in the second degree, and was sentenced to 4 to 12 years in prison. Netflix actually purchased the rights to a production relating to Sorokin and developed a television adaptation of her story entitled Inventing Anna, which was released in 2022 starring actress Julia Garner. This Netflix TV series paid Anna a large sum of money, which helped Anna pay off almost all her victims and her lawyer. So let's investigate what exactly she did and how she did it, and then we'll discuss her truth and all the tea spilled in her recent interview with Call Her Daddy. In mid-2013, Sorokin travelled to New York City to attend New York Fashion Week. Finding it easier to make friends in New York rather than Paris, she opted to stay. Anna soon came up with the idea of Anna Delvey Foundation, a private members club and art foundation, and unsuccessfully sought funding from wealthy members of the city's social scene. Many people became suspicious of her heiress title after multiple incidents of non-payment. According to DJ LD, who was photographed with Anna at a party, Anna pretended to be a wealthy heiress and bragged about the brands of clothes that she was wearing, but also asked partygoers for a place to sleep. When they declined, she spent the night sleeping in a car. Basically, Anna scammed a lot of wealthy people by tricking them into thinking she was rich. She'd go so far as to use Microsoft Word to create fake bank statements and other financial documents purporting to show that she had 60 million in Swiss bank accounts, but could not access her money because it was in an overseas account. One of Anna's acquaintances put her in touch with a lawyer at Gibson Dunn, who in turn put her in touch with several large financial institutions. In November of 2016, Anna submitted false documents as a part of a loan application for $22 million to City National. City National refused to extend credit when Anna failed to provide the source of the Swiss assets, and she then applied for a loan from Fortress. Fortress agreed to consider the application if Sorokin paid $100,000 to cover legal expenses relating to the application. Anna finessed her way onto private jets and lavish vacations without ever having to spend a dime. She managed to do this for quite some time before getting caught. And now, across social media, people are praising her for eating the rich, and many believe she's an icon for doing so. Anna still has social media accounts, which she has described as satire, on both Twitter and Instagram. Through Instagram, she connected with Julia Fox, with whom she is planning a collaboration with. Anna actually had a long-time boyfriend in New York for 2 years until he moved to the UAE, and despite keeping his identity secret, Anna has disclosed that her boyfriend gave TED Talks and was profiled in The New Yorker. She suggested she would reveal his identity for a fee, with bidding starting at $10,000. Currently, Anna is in prison, where she's doing lots of interviews, one of which was recently with Alex from Call Her Daddy. Basically, the interview started out with Alex explaining to us that she would be doing a Zoom call interview with Anna, who is in prison. The first half of the interview, basically, no tea was spilled, but I guess when Anna got comfortable with Alex, she started opening up more and more and revealed to everyone her truth. The tea was definitely exposed, and oh my gosh, Anna is not really who you think she is. So basically, the podcast first started off with Alex getting to know Anna. Anna then discussed her views on money growing up, and she discussed being controlled as a teen and wanting to be independent financially. Basically, she said she's always wanted the freedom that came with money and to do whatever she wanted, like travel, etc. Money has always represented freedom to her. Anna stated that she was closer with her dad growing up because he gave her more freedom and money. Anna said that her parents always trusted her judgment growing up because she was smart, but as she grew older, they tried to impose rules on her because she wasn't used to this. Alex also told Anna that her accent is currently trending on TikTok, and she didn't know that until Alex told her. And I must say, Anna looked extremely happy about this. Anna expressed that when she first heard the actress talk with her accent on Netflix, she asked herself if she actually sounded this insufferable. She explained that she moved to New York because she loved the energy of the city and said you can get anything done at any time. Apparently, Apparently, when she used to introduce herself to people in New York, she'd keep it pretty simple and no one would ask her what she did for a living, which is very odd. But also, as we all know, she would just claim that she was a German heiress, set to inherit a fortune of 60 million. So of course, any clout chasers wouldn't care if she was unemployed, if they thought that she was an heiress. Alex said that she was stalking Anna's Instagram from back in 2013 and said that she was always kind of hiding her face, and she'd asked Anna what her strategy was behind doing that. Anna responded that there was no strategy and that she's never been that interested in social media. She'd only really post art and exhibits. Anna also said that she feels no connection to anything, which people were saying kind of makes her sound a bit sociopathic, which is definitely what she was made out to be in that TV series. So I guess that's kind of correct. Anna said that she chose to live in hotels because it turns out to be cheaper, and you also don't have to commit for a whole year because she knew at that point in time that she was going to be traveling heaps. Anna always made sure that she met up with investors kind of underdressed instead of pretending to be someone important. That way it didn't look like she was desperate to get investors. She saw people as disposable and she didn't care that much to impress people, but rather they should be the ones to impress her. And that's so interesting because that literally goes against what everyone would think, right? Like, people go to business interviews all dressed up, looking their best, and here was Anna out here scamming people huge sums of money whilst being underdressed. You can definitely tell that she had confidence, and that was honestly the most amazing part of this interview that they didn't really capture in the Netflix documentary. Anna also confessed that she has insecurities, and she's currently more paranoid now than she ever was, and she feels right now that she's at the mercy of public opinion. She says that her felony will always follow her, and that probably means that she can't pretend that she's someone she's not anymore. Anna said that she's not allowed to reach out to Rachel, who was Anna's old friend, who she'd scabbed quite a bit of money out of. Anna actually explained that whole situation and said that she didn't go on holiday expecting that Rachel would pick up the bill. However, at that point, she really thought that she was going to go through with the project, so she wasn't worried about the cost of things and that she was probably going to pay her back if her project worked out. Anna discussed her relationship with her parents, and it kind of sounded different to how they were portrayed in the Netflix documentary. Alex asked how Anna felt about her dad saying to a magazine that she was selfish, and Anna just laughed it off and said that he'd say that to her face anyway, and that her dad is sarcastic. She'd also claimed that she'd seen bits and pieces of the TV series, but not the whole thing. Alex said that she wanted to know what was real and what wasn't out of the series because some parts were made up. Anna cleared up one of the things, and that was the overdose. Anna claims that she never attempted suicide. Lastly, Anna revealed that she recently fired her lawyers and got new ones, so she's not currently sure when she's getting out of jail. She thinks at least a couple more weeks. So what are your guys' thoughts on this interview? Let me know in the comments.